Hey guys, how it's going? It's my cybersec journey here, and today I'm feeling a little bit sick. I've been watching Harry Potter with my wife, but I'm dedicated to sticking to a consistent uploading schedule, so today we'll keep it pretty short and simple. I'll be showing you how to download any operating system onto a virtual machine. And today we are using Oracle VM VirtualBox. So if you go ahead and just go to Google, search up Oracle Box, or VirtualBox rather. Just go ahead and download it whatever the latest version is. 6.1 is the latest at the publishing of this video, and it's pretty straightforward. Just download it, run it, go through the installation wizard, and you should be here pretty shortly. And now, the next important part is that you need your ISO files. So, let's say you want to run Linux. Linux distro ISO files. Go ahead and look here. And you have your Debian, Ubuntu, Mint. Mint is more beginner friendly. Arch Linux is not so beginner friendly. Manjaro ISO, Fedora, Cent, SUSE, Red Hat, Gentoo, Raspbian, and there's definitely more than this. I usually go for some Debian variant, but really anything. And of course, if you want to get your Windows, you can look up Windows 10 ISO, and you can download it from the Microsoft website, which might not always be the best, honestly. I had a problem when I was trying to install Windows 10 onto a USB. This Windows 10 actually didn't work for me. And if you're ever downloading Windows 10 onto a USB, you definitely want to use this website called Rufus. Basically, you just select whatever you want, hit start, keep it default, keep everything the same other than change the device and boot selection. This is the best way to download any operating system onto a USB. Super easy too. It takes 1 minute, downloads pretty fast, and you're good to go, because one time I accidentally deleted Windows 10 and I was having a mess for hours. Using that Microsoft Windows 10 ISO I showed you did not work for me. And I came across this Rufus website, took 10 minutes, and I got everything up and running. This was the best way of doing it. And if you are doing this as well, you need to go to your BIOS settings. Go to your boot up, the boot up section of your BIOS, and where it says boot number 1, like your number 1 selection, you want to change that to USB, because it will make the USB the number 1 selection when booting up your computer. But anyways, so go ahead and grab your ISO file from whatever you're trying to download, and go ahead. I already have some up. Press new, name it whatever you want. I'll go ahead and name mine YouTube, and we will go Microsoft Windows 7. That works fine for me. I usually like to put this memory up a little bit higher because I like my computer to be a little bit faster, my virtual machine. Create virtual hard disk. This is usually what I do, or you can create virtual disk. It's really up to you. I don't usually use this one. Usually the first two. Once again, I use the first two. It's really up to you. It's about the same either way. Dynamically allocate, yes. 32 gigs, yes. And we are good. And before I would hop into that, you can go into General, YouTube, Microsoft, Windows 7, Advanced, Share Clipboard. Yeah, I would turn this on to bidirectional so you can use your clipboard, drag and drop, bidirectional. This allows you to do this, I believe, either way. From host to guest, guest to host, it lets you do it both ways. So I think this is the best way to go. System, yes, this is good. Boot order, don't need to change this. Chipset, pointing device, no. Extended features, no. Leave these the way it is. Display, memory, video memory. I usually turn this up a bit higher so that you have better resolution when using your virtual machine. Monitor count 1. Scale factor, put that on max. Enable 3D acceleration, why not? Go ahead and put this up again. Maybe we'll turn this a bit down a little bit. Storage, okay, now this is very important. So we have our virtual machine name right here, but this is empty. Next to where it says SATA port 1, you want to click this blue disk and choose create a virtual optical disk. Add. And, I have my ISO files right here. I'll go ahead and put Windows Server 2016. Choose. And this is our ISO file. And very importantly, when you're downloading your ISO file, all you have to do is download the file. Do not run the file once you download it. All you need is the file on your computer. That is very important. Do not run any of these ISO files on your computer. Audio, that's fine. Network, NAT, you have a whole lot of options here. Internal network, yeah, you can do this if you don't plan on connecting to the internet. If you want your virtual machine to talk to other virtual machines, you can hit allow VMs, allow all, whatever. Adapter type, I wouldn't change this. I'm just going to keep it on NAT, it's the easiest way. Serial parts, don't need to change anything. USB, no. Shared folders, no. User interface, no. Okay, and looks like we are good to go. Let's go ahead and hit start. Let's run it up. Alright, our virtual machine is launching. Alright, and our Windows 10 is booting up. At this point, all you really have to do is just press next, install now. And if you get into doing anything with virtual machines, there might be many moments where you mess up a setting. For here, I would go with desktop experience. Okay, it's not letting me drag that up. Next. Like I was saying, you might run into many times where you have to delete a VM and go through the same process. That's perfectly okay. If you mess up a setting or you don't know what's wrong, you can't find a solution, you can't fix it, just, go to VirtualBox and hit delete, which is somewhere. Remove, yes, remove. I can't do it while it's running. But definitely go ahead. And custom install, yes, custom install. Drive 0, next. And we are getting ready for download. And yeah, this is pretty much all you need to do in order to get your virtual machine running. I'll go ahead and X out of this. Not a whole lot more that needs to be shown, and yeah, this is how you start up your first virtual machine. I went through the settings, I showed you how to get an ISO file, I showed you the best way to download ISO files onto a USB, and this is pretty much all you need to know for an introduction to virtual machines. At least with OracleBox or Oracle VM VirtualBox, which is my preferred VirtualBox manager. And thank you for watching, guys. If you like my content, I'm uploading Monday through Friday, maybe a couple videos a day. I'm uploading about various IT topics. I go over news, I read textbooks. I plan on doing some CTFs pretty much anything that I find interesting that I think you guys might like. And I hope you guys learned something. Thank you for watching.